All right, everyone. We all gotta thank Steph for asking me if I've ever played this game, and I had to check it out, and now I've checked it out. So we are going. We're doing a full playthrough for this. You know, the whole thing. Same stick, 35 minutes ish minimum. Would that be enough? I'm pretty sure no, but we'll see. I always like push through the minimum, like 35 minutes. Maybe I'd end it on 45, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Subscribe, like, comment down below. That's the thing, and we're playing a new game, Crimson High, everyone. Good day. My name is Vertigo, and I'm the developer of Crimson High. Thank you very much for playing my game. Well, yeah, thank you as well. I hope you're considered an adult where you live, because otherwise it'd be really bad for you to play this game, since it features adult scenes and sex is bad and boobs are evil. But only female ones, of course. Here's the obligatory question, which you surely answer honestly, right? Are you 18 or whatever the appropriate age for this stuff is? Clearly, I'm not 18. I'm 20 20 plus. I'm saying, very well, you may proceed. I think some of you already kind of know what my age is, or something, but yeah. I'm in my 20s. Let's go with that. Crimson High is a freely available product and thus gets hosted everywhere by everyone and their grandma. Cool. For playing Crimson High online, web hosted through whatever website, please be aware that I am no way affiliated with the people hosting the game. Bugs encountered while playing the game online likely aren't related to the game itself, but the way it is hosted, meaning I can't do nothing about them, okay? If you want to play a tested and actually working version of the game, head to my Patreon, HIO, F95 pages, and download the game from there. Yeah, sure, buddy. This game is pretty straightforward, but there are a few things that I think warrant short tutorials. Since you may not be interested in those, you now get the chance to skip them. Fuck it, let's go with the tutorials. Okay, accessibility options. There's an in-game menu, phone menu. Okay, all right, understandable. It may or may not get expanded over time depending on your feedback. So let me know if you think it needs something else. Oh, they got Discord. There are currently 101 little space hamsters hidden all throughout the game. Clicking on them will unlock a CG image of one of the characters in the extra gallery. We're about to get some free tatas. Okay. For those of you who can't be bothered to strain their eyes too much but still want to have access to the unlocked images, there is a hint system in place. It is inactive by default and can be enabled via the hamster gallery on the phone screen as shown above. Once it gets unlocked in a moment, if enabled, it will notify you whenever a hamster is on screen. Okay. Right. That's the phone, upper left. A couple of things before I let you dive in. Wow, it's like, yeah. First of all, every character depicted in a schmexy way in the game is at least 18 years of age. Adults can have small bobs or two after all. Keep in mind that not all opinions stated in the game necessarily reflect the author's, i.e., Vertigo's personal opinion on the matter and may have been added to serve the narrative. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, man, woman, I don't care. Important, read carefully. Also, and I can't stress this enough, the game focuses mostly on its story. Oh my god. Sex is far and few between. What is this? IRL? Yeah, brother. If you expect a quick wank while being drowned in anime titties, you'll be sorely disappointed and might want to not play the game. If you, however, think you might be interested in a good story with a slow build-up, hell yeah, let me in there. Oh, let me in there. I give me the story. Furthermore, we need to talk about sensitive topics. The game will contain some scenes that might be problematic for you if you aren't in a good spot right now. It's okay, brother. I've played No More Future, Snoot Game, I Wanna Hug That Gator. What else kind of fucked up story have I played? Oh, Polar Night, Echo. Oh god, now I'm mentioning a lot of visual novels, and some people, I don't know if the other devs might be mad. I don't know. I'm not saying I forgot about them, but let's say I think I've roughly played, I've easily cleared 10 plus visual novels, I think. Comment down below. Steph? Anyone? Anyone else? I don't know, man. Do you think I've finished at least 20 visual novels? I think I have. I gotta check the playlist because I'm pretty sure I did sort a lot of the games back then, and now we're here. Oh, yeah. And now, last but not least, the game is still being worked on. It's okay, man. Early access, or rather, not early access. It's in development, work in progress to be exact. There we go. Because early access is more like you're ahead. You're getting early access. That's a term right there. Technically speaking, Fortnite was in early access until it was now forever a live service game. So, yeah, have fun. Let's go. Chapter 1, Deduction. I thought we were gonna see Detach for a hot minute. Curious, isn't it? Yes, why start here? A young girl running for her life. Ah, yes. Chased by an unknown terror. Will she live? I'm betting money right now. Well, not IRL money. I'm betting she's gonna die. Or will she perish? Let's find out, shall we? Alright. Oh no, the classic fumble of slipping or tripping by an invisible tree or branch or something slipping them up. She slipped and fell. What a poor little lady. She's gonna die. And what is that creeping up behind her? Is it a friend? Or is it something more malicious? There may be a chance for her, you might think. What if she stands up real quick? You might think. But also maybe you don't and just wait for the inevitable. Like most people would. Crimson High. This is me. I'm 24 years old, 184 centimeters tall, and I grew up with my dad here in Akaimaru, a mid-sized city in the middle of Japan. Wait a minute. Where's the Galleria? Is it this one? Wobbly. Give me the wobble wobble. Okay, there we go. A bit janky, but no problemo. You know me. I know this. I know the shot. He and I were best pals during my childhood and even my teenage years. He taught me almost everything I know, and I admire him a lot. Sadly, I never got to know my mother beyond what my old man told me about her. I'm getting intrusive thoughts of not recording this properly. I am recording this properly. Let's go back. Since she was a victim of a cruel murder just days after I was born. My god, is this guy Guts? Everything my dad told me about it, wait, what? Which really wasn't much. When I was old enough, it's a fire. Wait, I can't freaking read. I'm sorry. Lit a fire in me that kept growing and growing. He's 184 centimeters tall. My god. My god, babes. As soon as I had the chance, I decided to enroll at the local police academy to become a cop myself. I had to know what happened to her, maybe even find the murderer myself. So far, I had no chance to, though school and work kept me busy enough. But enough of that for the moment. My hobbies include reading, wanking it, and taking long walks through nature. Oh, and also looking at the corpses, I guess. Weird hobbies, sure, but it's not murdering people, so we can give him a slide, I guess? Not simultaneously though, that's a huge no-no. But since I recently got my promotion to detective, it is rather— oh, he's a detective. Makes a lot of sense to be seeing corpses and shite. It is rather handy because we get to see a lot of those. Corpses, I mean, not promotions. Took me 3 years and a buttload of overtime to get where I am now. But now I've got my first murder case in high school, so everything's good. Well, for me at least. Young girl's probably not that happy, what with being dead and all. Apparently got mauled while being at her school last night, which is strange, but okay. So yeah, that's a bummer. But it is my first murder case, so good for me anyway, I suppose, yeah. And now it's time to take off. Crimson High. The victim's high school is a few kilometers away on the other side of Akaimura's downtown, and I've got a date there in 30 minutes. I was told I'll meet her teacher there. Okay, I step out and immediately feel invigorated by the cool air of this morning in early May. Summer has yet to show its face around here to make going out in just a t-shirt possible. Walking at my usual brisk pace, I make my way over to the school where Miss Terauchi is waiting for me. I didn't get too much information about this case beforehand and don't know what I should expect to see there. What the oh wait, security, good. Whoa, why are we moving? Yo, sir, may I ask your name? Morning, my name is... Ren? I mean, that's already a good name. I think, let's call him Sen. Ibuki. Sen Ibuki. Yeah, I think that's better. Reminds me of a person I know named Sen, or nickname too. Yeah. I've been informed of your arrival. Miss Terauchi is waiting for you in the courtyard behind me. Yeah, I can see a baddie over there. For those that are asking why am I speaking like this, because first of all, there's a chipped tooth. I haven't gotten it filled yet. Pause. Okay, not that kind of filling, but a kind where it costs money and time. Because last week it wasn't hurting. I was like, oh wow, I'm good. Well, I bit into it a bit too hard again, I guess. See? Yeah, I can see a baddie, right? That's her. Seems to be rather young. Correct, sir. Well, I guess I should go meet her then, yeah? You do that, sir. I'll keep standing here. Alright, student. Thank you for help. Anytime, sir. Okay, baddie. I mean lady. With her seemingly being engrossed in her phone, I decide to stop a few meters away as to not spook her and address her from there. Miss Terauchi? Yes? Toka? Like from Tokyo Ghoul? As soon as she looks up from her phone, I'm happy that she's the one I'm meeting with today. I had a hunch that she was an attractive woman when I saw her from afar, but damn! Yeah, damn, man! Thank you, Mr. Terauchi. You truly are a beautiful sight. She stands up and steps closer to me. Her eyes linger on my body and I suddenly feel like prey. But two can play this game, Miss Terra. Okay, we're already ogling her tatas, but yeah. You must be the detective. Call me Toka, please. Miss Terra makes me feel so old, which I'm obviously not, right? Yes. Obviously, Toka it is. I'm Detective Sen Ibuki from the Western Akaimura Police Department. Is it Akaimura? It's Akaimura, isn't it? You can call me Sen though. It's short for senator. No relation or no affiliation with the position of senator. Sure, Sen, shall we, or do you want to take another look? Can I? Sure. No, it's fine. I'm here for a reason after all. Go ahead. As you wish, Sen. Interesting attitude. Where are we getting that thing? Or somebody's about to lead me to a crime scene. Oh, wait. Yeah, but I guess distracting yourself with banalities is a common way to deal with a tough reality. Her butt is really neat though. Does she swing her hips like that on purpose? Probably, right? Focus, Sen! I shake my head to force my thoughts away from the rear in front of me and follow its owner. Smells like a horn dog. Toka leads me through the school and up to the 3rd floor. Even from a floor below, I can smell blood and something else that I can't quite place. Here we oh my god. This is an actual crime scene. She got gobbled. She did not die an easy death, man. Here we are, Sen. This is where it happened, as you can quite clearly tell. Yeah, I nod and take a broad look around. Looking at things in detail comes later. Then I close my eyes and concentrate on my other senses, my sense of smell in particular. It smells sweet, foul, decay most likely. The girl was killed only a few hours ago though, and with it being rather cold in here thanks to the AC, the decay shouldn't have progressed this far yet. I make a mental note of it and open my eyes. Right, can you tell me exactly when this happened? We were not too sure about the time, no, but it has to be at some point between 11 PM and 2 AM last night. Does anyone know why the girl was here at night? Not as far as I know. Maybe she was just Doing homework? I don't freaking know. What do students do at night? I don't think so. Usually they, unless they're at a meeting, that usually there's a teacher. Even if they're the president of the school student council or whatever. We'll have to ask some of our classmates. Maybe they can tell you more, but they were told to stay home for the day. That gives our janitorial squad time to clean up here as soon as you're done. Yeah, that's not unexpected. I'll speak to each of them over the next few days then. What was the victim's name? Chica Clemens, from class 3C, my class. I was about to say, foreign family name doesn't sound Japanese. Clemens? Interesting. A possible lead? I kneel down and pray to God that I get some sweet booty cheek. Oh, inspect the scene closer. Marks on the floor and wall, blood splattered in an upward pattern. Signs of a struggle along the hallway. Not sure how, but Chica most likely wasn't killed with a common weapon. Looks more like being torn apart by a feral beast of some sort. Maybe a cougar? But why would there be a cougar in a high school in the middle of town? I agree. Nope, wrong kind of cougar. Moving on. After inspecting everything for a moment longer, I get up and face Toka again. Man, look at those kissable lips. She observes me closely, waiting patiently for me to finish my work. Alright, I've seen enough. Any idea on what happened? Not yet. Wow, my god. I'd like to ask you some questions though. Can we go somewhere quiet? Sure, yeah, I've got something in mind. Hamster on screen? Oh, I see it. Eagle eyes, ladies and gents. Follow me, Sen. Tokada needs me to door the end of the hallway. Damn, this is really good. We got a baddie leading us door to door, about to go to Pound Town. I'm kidding. I can see how the tension leaves her body the farther we walk away from the gruesome scene. I mean, if I was a teacher and then murder bloodied up stairwell, yeah, that's not an everyday thing. Here we can talk in the library. Yeah, this will do. Toka gestures towards a couple tables with a few chairs each. Great! Grab a seat then. I sit down and take my notebook out, ready to write down anything she throws at me. Toka sits opposite of me and looks at me expectantly. So, what do you want to know? About you, my lady. I mean, what about this past week? What happened? Did something happen the past week that you think is worth mentioning? Well, the only thing that comes to mind is that there was a fairly loud argument between Chica and one of her classmates. I don't think her classmate would, rip into her like that. Unless they're a werewolf or something. Interesting. With whom and what about? Suzu Shinozaki, but I can't tell you what the argument was about. When I arrived, they split apart and went separate ways, and neither one of them wanted to tell me what happened. All I heard was something about snooping around. Who knows what they were on about? Maybe Chica read Suzu's notes or something? I really don't know, sorry. Don't worry. Is this Suzu known for trouble? Not normally, no, but she recently lost her family and is expectedly a little on edge since then. I don't think she would be violent though. Besides, she is rather small and probably not that dangerous. We'll see. Thank you, I'll talk to Suzu about this. Yeah, sure, but try to be not too hard on her, okay? Losing her family was really tough for her. I'll try to keep that in mind. Thank you, Sen, really. We're gonna talk about everything. What about this Chica girl? What can you tell me about her? Honestly, not that much. Wow, so, okay. Since Chica transferred to my class only recently, I noticed that she's always kept to herself out. However, some of the girls tried to befriend her, and for a few days it seemed like she might get accepted. But after a while, they left her alone again. And she was really reserved in general. Maybe I could have done more to better integrate her. I'm honestly not sure. I get the feeling that Toka is genuinely upset about this. I mean, she just transferred recently, now she's dead? That's fucked up. Who was it that tried to approach her? That would have been June and Yui. Okay, everyone, lock the fuck in. June and Yui. I write their names down my... Okay, good. Alright, I guess I'll talk to them when I get the chance. Anything else you can tell me about her? There was one thing last week. I'm not exactly sure which day it was, but one day around midweek, I think, Chica met with an older man in front of the school. It was only by chance I looked out of a window at this point, but I thought to myself that he seemed kind of shady, so it stuck in my mind. Can you describe him? They were kind of far away from me, but I think it was pretty tall. I could be wrong though. I nod at her and write this information down too. Thank you. And lastly, her family. How about Chica's family? Chica Clemens, right? Can you tell me something about them? Toka slowly shakes her head. Not really. No. As far as I know, there's nothing worth mentioning about her family. Otherwise, I would have been told something about them. But I do know that our principal has informed whoever is stated as a contact person in Chica's file about her fate. Well, that's fucked up, but yeah, that's a responsibility of the director or principal. That's good to know, thanks. You're probably glad you don't have to do this, right? Well, I am. Informing relatives is something I've come to dread. Even though I didn't have to do it that often so far. I can hardly imagine what that must be like. Be thankful for that. Seeing corpses or crime scenes is hard, but it's nothing compared to delivering the news to relatives of the victims. Yeah, that would fuck you up. It's like, it's one thing seeing fucked up things like dead people and corpses and mauled bodies and stuff. But then you're gonna have to knock on that damn door, tell them personally what happened. That's... yeah. She sighs and nods at me. Is there anything else you want to ask? Anything else? What about the other things? Anything worth mentioning? She thinks for a moment. I suppose it might be unrelated, but there was something about an escaped zoo animal in the news a few days ago. Interesting. What kind of animal? If I recall correctly, it was some sort of monkey. Or was it an ape? One of those big hairy ones. Okay, shouldn't you know something like this? You are the teacher after all. Maybe, but I've got no idea. Let's call it a monkey. But I kinda understand why she wouldn't really know. She's not a zoologist or an expert or some shit like that. But the details do help, so yeah. I heard it can be rather violent though. A monkey, huh? Could this be a red herring? But sometimes a simple answer is the answer. You know, the thing that would be staring you at your face. Anything else? She starts fidgeting and avoids eye contact. Well, now that you mention it, last week we had an incident with a stranger in front of our school. One of the other teachers had to go and chase him away. Something's not right here. What did he do? He lurked around and looked like he was searching for somebody. That's not that problematic in and of itself, but he also approached a lot of the girls and asked them strange questions. Unnecessary to say that it intimidated and worried a lot of them. Did you report this to the police? No, I think after he was gone, everything just went back to normal. Would have been too convenient anyways. A wild animal and a strange man, huh? Could be a guy, but I'm betting more on the monkey. Two possible culprits presented to me on a silver platter. Something smells foul and it's not just a crime scene. P.U. Miss Toka, did you fart? I'm kidding. What else? What? Anything about Bigfoot or little green guys or anything like that? Har har, very funny, Sen. No, that's all that I can think of. Right. Weird? I guess I'll have to investigate her claims further. I make a note for myself about Toka's strange behavior. I agree, she is kinda tense, but at the same time chillax about it? That should be it for the moment. Thank you, Toka. Anytime, Sen. Now then, what would you say is... I get interrupted as a rather gorgeous young girl walks in. Oh, young girl? I mean... whoa, calm down. A rather gorgeous young girl walks into the room, oblivious to our presence. Huh? Miko, what are you doing here? The girl stops in her tracks and turns to Toka. Huh? Oh, Mr. Rauchi, I didn't see you there. I just wanted to get something I left here the last time. Ouch, I bit into my misaligned tooth. Now that we have today off, I thought I might as well study for a test in my... Ah, I see. Toka chimes in, interrupting the girl, Miko mid-sentence. Why though? Alright, but be quick about it. Mr. Ibuki and I are in the middle of an important conversation. Who? Wait, what? Toka looks at me and then back at the girl Miko. Oh. While she awkwardly stands around, I let my eyes wander all over her. Slender but feminine and incredibly cute. Before my thoughts stray too far though, I decide to address her. Hey there, are you one of Chika's classmates? Seemingly paralyzed, she stands before me and barely manages to nod. Heh. My name is Sanibuki. I'm the detective investigating the unfortunate incident from last night. Silence and a bashful stare. Come on, Miko, don't be rude. Introduce yourself. My name is Miko Minami. I'm 18 years, okay. 18 years old and my favorite animal is a tree. What? Are you... Okay, let's not judge people. Some people are just gifted, some people are not. This is what it is. Nice to meet you, Miko. I'd like to talk to you about Chika at some point the next few days. Would that be alright with you? Great, can I contact you through Mr. Rauchi? Sure, I'll let Miko know. May I go now? I'm gonna go now, okay, bye! Wasn't there something you wanted to... Before Toka can finish her sentence, Miko already ran off. Alright, bye Miko. Shy girl, huh? Indeed, although I haven't seen her this bashful before. It's because I'm handsome. Well, the character is, you know. I wonder why that is. Right, anyways, I think we can finish up here for the moment as well. If you don't have anything else for me, that is. I've got some questions, but they are of a more personal nature, so I think I'm good for the moment. Alright, as you wish. Thank you for answering my questions though, Toka, you've been rather helpful. Don't mention it, Sen. Actually, let me give you my number. She grabs a sheet of paper and writes something on it. Here. Winking at me, she slides the paper over to me. In case you have more questions or need someone to do some more investigative work with. She's giving me the tongue. I'll be sure to remember that, thanks. I would like to take a look around up here now to see if I can find something of interest. Sure, I expected as much. Feel free to look where you want. I'll have to leave you to it though. Gotta be somewhere, you know. If you need any help, our nurse should be in the infirmary, I think. If not, just text me. This damn cougar. That's alright. Thanks again, Toka. Anytime, detective. Both of us stand up and exit the library. Outside, Toka roughly explains his floor's layout to me before taking her leave. My eyes linger on her butt for a moment as she walks away until she rounds a corner. Now I'm left to my own devices and can investigate the third floor some more. Before I head to the infirmary. You know what? I'm thinking of a nurse baddie right now. Any hamster thingies? This is the school's infirmary. I don't expect to find much of interest here, but I'll take a look anyways, I guess. Inside, there's only two things that might be worth looking at. Oh my god, what the fuck? Damn. Okay, no... YouTube, there's no cleavage here. I don't need to censor it. As I step forward to look around, I'm suddenly face to face with a cute girl in a rather revealing outfit. She has a curious expression on her face and appears to be studying me from head to toe. Unsure where she came from, I decide to follow suit and study her as well. Okay, we're studying one another, I guess. Slim waist, wide hips, and a decent handful of boobs, dressed in a lab coat. She looks young for a nurse. I wonder how old she is. We looked at each other like this for a few seconds before she addresses me. Can I help you? Yes, excuse my intrusion. My name is Detective Sen Ibuki. I'm investigating last night's incident. Okay, yes, that makes sense. I heard someone was coming this morning. Although what happened with Chika doesn't really explain why you're in the infirmary. So why are you here, detective? Did you hear of Crimson High's famously attractive nurse and wanted to come see you for herself? Well, no, although I can see why you'd be famous for that. I'm not sure myself why I'm here though. I was just looking around this floor to see if I can find some sort of clue or lead, and that includes this room, I guess. The nurse appears to be pondering my words for a moment as if to test them for their amount of truth. Alright, detective, my name's Reina. Amazingly awesome nurse by day, equally as awesome woman at night. Are you hitting on me? But just Reina is fine for you. Welcome to my office. My pleasure, Reina. I guess just Sen is fine then as well. Okay, Sen, is there anything I can aid you with? Want an autograph? Or do you maybe want to buy one of my socks? Okay. Found a hamster. Alright, you vixen. I don't want to buy one of your socks for now. No, why would I actually? Do you know maybe you got a foot fetish? It's not that uncommon, I heard. Well, no, thanks anyways, I think. Regarding your initial question, your opinion as a medical professional would be nice. Did you take a look at the crime scene? It's hard to miss it when coming up here, isn't it? Although I'll admit that professional curiosity had me take a longer look. Yes. It's not every day that you can inspect a crime scene at your workplace or a dead student. She seems almost excited while saying this. Nah, she's just a quirky fella. Unless the crime scene is your workplace. Correct. I'm not exactly trained in forensics, but my impression of the scene was that whoever did this to poor Chica did not just kill her but tore her apart. Yeah, I could see that. I think anyone would see that. The excitement in her voice doesn't waver. She's a freak. If I didn't know it better, I'd say it was a wild animal. What do you mean if you didn't know it better? After this question, she shoots me a look of disappointment, as if I'd let her down by asking about something so obvious. It is obvious. Well, detective, no might not be the right word, but why would there be a wild animal on the third floor of a high school in the middle of a big city kilometers away from any forest or other nature habitat? Yeah, that's a good question. Why would there be? Unless someone brought the monkey inside and killed Chica because she wasn't letting it hit. I solved the case. I'm like Dexter Morgan. Oh my god. Except I don't murder serial killers. I fuck him. Okay, yeah, why would there be? That thought did cross my mind as well. This appears to have appeased her. Good. So you're not really dense, just thorough. I was worried for a second. I guess. Any idea what else it might have been if not an animal? I really like fantasy books, so I've got a lot of ideas, yes. But if you don't believe in ghosts and monsters, I've got nothing. Do you believe, Sen? I don't. Thanks anyway, though? Might as well ask you now, did you notice something worth mentioning the last couple of days? The only thing that comes to mind is that there was talk about a creepy guy around school grounds, but I never saw him myself. As far as I know, that was solved anyway, so I don't know if it's related. Miss Terauchi mentioned it before, but it's helpful enough as is. Thank you. You're welcome. If I can help bringing justice to a fellow human girl, I'm glad. Justice. Yeah, we'll see. Wait, why did you say it like that? Like what? You called her a fellow human girl. Well, she is, isn't she? Oh, no, she's just quirky. She has to be quirky. I'm refusing to believe she's a killer or something. You're weird. Probably yes, I have heard that before. But she is kinda hot. Anyways, for now I'll go take another look around and leave you to your work. You do that, come to me if I can help you with anything else. I will. See you, Reina. Bye! I got the fuck out of there and back into the hallway. Class C. I could smell it a mile away. Someone here is a killer. Or someone has seen the killer. Is that a switch? But ignoring the switch and the cute bunny behind her, I think that's a reference. Right, yeah. I enter an empty classroom and immediately feel reminded of my own time in high school. This is high school? Memories of my friends and teachers flash in front of my inner eye. I sigh to myself, life was much easier back then. I think I should take a look around here and see what I can find. What is this? What is that? And what is this? What is that? There's a lot of things here. A hand-drawn leaflet advertising Crimson High's manga club. Looks pretty cute. Not useful for me though. There's something in this bag. Looks like a flyer of some sort. Puritan Order of Peace, a better world for all of humanity. Join now for a free visitor ticket to heaven. Somebody ripped it out. Acronym coincidental. Oh. POOP? Poop? This is kinda unexpected. Looks like it's a flyer for some organization called Puritan Order of Peace. If this doesn't sound like a cult, then I don't know what would. Why is this in a schoolgirl's bag? I think I should take it with me. Should be asking, I guess. Why is there a broom there? What is this? What do we have here? A book called Vampire Diary. Oh, Vampire Dairy. Milk ain't good for teeth. Someone likes fantasy, huh? Plant. Someone seems to have left their switch here. That's pretty responsible. Someone left their drink here? Strawberry flavored milk. That's cute. I like strawberry flavored milk. Why is there a plant in this desk? That's a good question. Is it always here? Huh. I wonder who this desk belongs to. Looks like an ordinary bag. Should I look inside? Sure. Looks like fabric. Huh. Panties. Hell no. That wouldn't be right. Anyways, back to my desk. Or it could be a clue. No, I don't believe it. A stuffed bunny? That doesn't help me right now. Also, whoever this belongs to would probably miss it if I took it with me. I'm taking it. These are definitely important evidence. I agree. I absolutely agree. Okay, we've checked everything. Yeah, we've checked everything. Back to the hallway. Storage room, baby. Hamster. A render. A bender. What is this? Now that's interesting. It's an issue of Pussycat Weekly. Strange name, but somehow it makes sense to me. Censor this. It says her name is Emiko Izura. She apparently likes flowers, little kittens, and being dominated by a strong male. Nice. Very strange that there's only one picture in the whole magazine, though. I wonder why that is. Lazy author, I would assume. I'll take that for now. It's probably relevant to my case in some way. Remember, is a chronic master debater. There's literally nothing in those boxes. How disappointing. What's this? A line of coke? No, it's crystal meth. What? There's something etched into the surface of the desk here. Looks like whoever sat at this desk felt rather strongly about tacos and vampires. Vampires are gay. I love Vertigo. I did not say that. That's the developer that was in the game. Tacos are life, tacos are love. So nobody will take this out of context, right? This shelf is filled with school stuff. What did I expect? But since it's a lot of stuff, I should take my time to look around. After digging through a lot of teaching supplies, I am rewarded with something rather intriguing. Shoved between two of the bigger boxes, I can see something. Looks like a notebook. And is there blood on it? There is. Now we're getting somewhere. I'll take a look at it when I'm home. I think we've seen everything. I'm like, wow, checking everything right now. Oh, we can leave school right now. Time to go home, have a look at what information I gathered, and then perhaps talk to some of Chica's classmates if possible. Or maybe I should ask Toka to gather them at school tomorrow so I can talk to all of them at once. Yeah, I think it's easier this way. I make my way outside and start typing a message. Okay. Hello, Toka, this is Sen. Can you do me a favor? Oh, detective, I had a feeling you couldn't stay away for long. What can I do for you? I'd like for you to gather Chica's classmates at school for me so I can talk to them. Sure, I suppose that makes sense. When would you like them to come? Every day. Oh my days, tomorrow morning would be great. I'll let them know. They probably won't be happy since it's a Saturday, but it'll be fine. Is there anything else you need? Yes, actually, could you send me a list of your students? I'd like to have at least a rough overview of whom I can expect tomorrow. Sure, that'll take me a moment though. I'll send it to you later on, okay? That's fine, as long as I have it sometime today. Alright, send me your email address. I'll talk to you later. Will do. Thanks, Toka. Send.ibuki@gapnet.com. He just leaked his email. It's over. Now then, off we go. I walk off to the school grounds and up to Mr. Security Man. Still standing where I left him, I place myself next to him. Is this his job the entire day? He's a student, right? He notices my presence almost immediately. Useful man. Immediately. Welcome back, sir. All done? Yes, I'm done for now. Say, since when are you employed here? Since this morning, sir. After what happened in there, the school's principal wanted some additional security around the place. Okay, any strange figures around here since then? Nothing of note, sir. Anything else worth mentioning? No, sir. To be honest, it has been a very boring morning. Boring is good though, keeps me alive and unharmed. I can see how someone in your position would prefer boredom. Thank you? Takashi, sir. Takashi Toyama. Thank you, Takashi. Stay vigilant, my friend. I'll be back tomorrow at the latest. Yes, sir, I will, sir. Have a good day, sir. Oh my god, man. This guy. You too, Takashi. Have a good day. After that, I take off and walk towards home. Wait. What? What do you think, Master? Keep an eye on him. That's what I thought. Very strange, There's something about this whole situation that irritates me. Both Toka and Miko did not appear particularly traumatized or shocked, although there's little crime scene in a place they frequent every day. Same goes for Reina. She seems to be the kind of person that wouldn't be too affected by something like this though. But for the other two, could they be hiding their feelings that well, and if so, why? A girl they knew got shredded to pieces and it doesn't seem to faze them. I think I need to dig into that a little more. Well, it'll make sense at some point, I hope. For now, I'll start a case file, collect evidence, and talk to some of the other students when I can. During my walk, I can't help but think about one particular shy girl I met earlier. Although she didn't say much, was it Miko? My thoughts drift back to her a couple times. There was something about her. That aura. But I can't say what it was. I'll probably learn more about her in the following days. Halfway home, I notice that I'm getting peckish and decide to go to a nearby cafe to have a snack and a coffee. Some caffeine sure would be nice as well. I'm kinda running out of steam here. Since it's only a small detour and I've never been to this cafe before, there's no reason not to. I take a table in the corner to have some peace and quiet and awkwardly order a coffee for my long overdue dose of caffeine as well as something to eat. However, shortly after the waitress takes off to get my order done, I hear commotion behind me. As it sounds just like young girls' excited chatter, and I'm not too fond of social interaction with strangers just for the sake of it. I decide to ignore it as best as I can and turn my attention to my case. But before I am even able to take my notebook out to review my notes, someone taps me on the shoulder. I turn around only to be greeted by... nothing. Huh? While I'm still processing, a ferocious attack is launched at me from my other side. What the heck? Hamster on screen? Found you, little bugger. The only thing I can make out is a pair of slender arms that coil around my throat, accompanied by the scent of raspberries and a hint of blue hair. Luckily for the arm's owner, I subconsciously recognize that scent as it takes me back to a few years prior when I was still a child. I endure the cruel attack as best as I can and make peace with my fate. At this point, a head with red hair and an adorable face slips into my view from the other side and I'm greeted with the most welcome, but after that attack, not very surprising, sight. Before me stands no one else but Kana, one of the girls I used to babysit when I was younger. Which means that the arms around my neck are attached to none other than Kagome, Kana's twin sister and the other girl I used to babysit. Suddenly, I can feel a smile creep up on my face and the room seems to be just that tad a bit brighter than before. Kana, it's you, right? Yes, hello, Sen. Hamster on screen? I found ya. Meaning the hair in my mouth belongs to your sister. Would you let me go for a moment, Kagome? Muffled? Nuh-uh. I like it here. Come on, or do I have to pick you up again? Feel free to try. I've grown a lot since then. You're lucky I'm too lazy to get up right now. How about you sit down, Kana? Thank you, Sen. How are you? We haven't seen each other for how long now? I'm fine, thank you. And it has been about 8 years now. That long, huh? Damn! I feel the arms tightening around my neck. Yes, that long, you jerk! Alright, I'm sorry. Please don't strangle me. Kagome makes some unintelligible noises. Would you mind sitting down as well now? I'd like to take a look at you too. Okay. The arms let loose and I can move my head again. Kagome takes her place to the right in front of me and looks at me intensely. I wonder if this is how it's going to be today. You look really grown up, dude. What's up with that? What do you mean? I am a grown up, a grown man. Excuse me? Nah, you're not. I can tell. You do look real fancy in your jacket though. Thanks, I think. It's my outfit for work and it has to look somewhat fancy. Helps with authority. What do you need authority for? Are you some sort of writer? Did you hear that, Kana? Maybe you can read one of his books now. I'm sorry, Sen. You know how she can be. A real... I can't say it. Bitch. Kana sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. I direct my next words at Kagome again. Detective recently promoted. Oh wow, you made it through university in the police school thingy? Police academy. Seems that way, doesn't it? I knew you could do it, Sen. Are you currently working on a case? Cool thinking, Kana. Are you, Sen? Indeed, I just came from the crime scene too. That sounds so cool, man. What happened? Did someone steal an iguana? Oddly specific thing to ask, but no. A girl around your age was murdered at Crimson High. Oh. Oh. Crimson High? Oh, did you hear of it? Somewhat. It explains why we were told to stay home today. Crimson High is our high school, you know. Thanks for explaining, Kagome. I take it that you're part of Miss Terauchi's class? Uh-huh, Chica was one of our classmates since a few weeks ago. Oh, they're still in school. Chica? I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you the victim's name. Do you have something to tell me, Kagome? Kagome starts fidgeting and looking to Kana for backup. Kana is stuck in a facepalm. Oh, we know who did it. These animals, you know, the twins were jelly and killed her. Are you sure you didn't say it was Chica? Pretty sure, yes. Sorry, dude. One of the other girls sent me a text earlier. Called it. She said that the reason for a sudden week off had to be Chica. I didn't take it seriously until you just told us of your case. Is that so? Kana, you got something to add to that? No, not really. Kagome told me all of it, but I did not believe it until you just confirmed it. Before I can say anything, the waitress comes and brings me my coffee and food. I thank her before returning my attention to the conversation. Now who sent you this text, Kagome? Our friend Miko. Miko Minami? Yes, how did you know? I met her earlier at school while talking to Miss Terauchi. Ooh! Kagome and Kana look at each other again. He's the guy, Kana. Yes, Kagome, I figured that out as well. What? No, nothing. Damn, I'm handsome. Kana shakes her head. Still with the secrets? You two haven't changed a bit. What's next? You start giggling and whispering to each other? Maybe? You love us anyway, so stop whining. I can't help but roll my eyes. Sure, she's right, but they don't need to know that. I most certainly do not whine, thank you. I huff and they immediately start to giggle. Always the same with them. After a few seconds of giggling, Kana decides to bring the conversation back on track. Did you find any leads yet, Sen? He isn't allowed to say, Kana. I was about to say, I don't think I can say that. How would you know? I've watched enough movies, duh. Although movies are a bad source of information in general, she's right, Kana. Unfortunately, I can't really discuss any details with you two. See, told ya. I know stuff as well. We were just lucky. Nuh-uh. Yeah, you were. Nuh-uh, totally not true. Girls, I have some questions regarding the case since you both knew Chica. Would you mind helping me out with that? Both of them nod in agreement. Okay, alright, good. I again take my notebook out and whip the pen in front of me. Alright then. Past weeks. What about last week? Did something happen? What do you mean? Was there something you think would be relevant to my case? I don't know. What about you, Kana? I heard something, yes? What was it? Chica had a fight with Suzu and afterwards I heard Suzu's a girl from our class. Thank you, Kagome. Yes, she is. As I was about to say, afterwards I heard Suzu complain about Chica being a rat. I presume this was about her fight with Chica. Sure she wasn't human? Oh my god, she was a rat anthropomorph creature? Why didn't you tell me? I know about your opinions of Suzu. There was no point really. Mr. Uchi mentioned this fight as well. Very interesting. What is this Suzu like? Suzu's a royal bitch.